Hey guys, and welcome back as we head into day 2 of the NBA regular season. To get all of our NBA picks, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description. And be sure to click that subscribe button on our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our NBA pick video plays. So heading into today's action, we're going to be discussing this matchup here over in the Eastern Conference between the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons, as Detroit opens up their first regular season game in their new arena in downtown Detroit. Usually these games where squads are opening up a new arena, especially in the Pistons case where they're moving from suburban Detroit, more the outskirts over in Auburn Hills, down to the heart of downtown Detroit, there certainly should be an atmosphere of more excitement for the Pistons as they try to open up things with a win. That really matters and excites their fan base. They're not going to be given anything for free, however, today going against the Charlotte Hornets, who are probably on somewhat of a similar level to the Pistons coming into the regular season. In the Eastern Conference, both teams going to be trying to make a push into the postseason, which is certainly a possibility given how weak the East is going to be this year. If either of these teams were in the Western Conference, they would have almost no shot at making the postseason. But given how weak the East is, I would give each squad a chance to maybe even get like a 6th or a 5th seed potentially if everything goes perfectly for each of these teams in terms of their health and production out of the guys that they're expecting. Coming into this one, the Hornets, there's an injury with Nick Batum. That's likely going to hurt what the Hornets are able to do at least early on in the year. The Pistons, they're actually pretty healthy right now. Reggie Jackson last year, of course, having major injury concerns, but he took the entire offseason to try to get back to 100%. And although Jackson might not be completely at 100%, if he's even at about 90 to 95% right now, that's going to be much better than what we saw out of him last year when he was trying to play at like 70 to 80% and just a major hindrance for the Pistons overall as a team. And Detroit is also in the benefit of position where Ish Smith has been very effective for them as a backup point guard. So even if Jackson is limited in his minutes, especially earlier on in the year, Smith, there's not a lot of drop off with him on the court. And actually the Pistons last year as well as in the preseason have shown that they can be even better with Smith on the court, so it's not that big of a deal. Also coming into this matchup, Charlotte, they bring in Dwight Howard. He was one of their bigger acquisitions. We're not huge on that acquisition and that being a difference maker here for the Hornets. On the Pistons side of things, their center, Andre Drummond, who has a very similar game to Dwight Howard, his free throw shooting was much better in the preseason, and that's very hopeful for the Pistons coaching staff. If he's able to greatly improve on that free throw percentage this year, then they can keep him in the game in more critical situations. And also they've just decided to change up how they're going to utilize Drummond this year, not doing all of the post-ups that he was doing last season. He was one of the least efficient scorers in the league last year when he was posting up. He's going to be just more of a facilitator, pick-and-roll guy, rim runner, getting out in the fast break and trying to utilize his strengths in that scenario. But in the preseason, making 16 of 23 free throws for Drummond is just unheard of. It seems like an outlier in terms of what we were going to expect from him from the regular season, but he's changed up his form, and if he is truly in a better position right now to make his free throws, maybe he can make 50%, 60%. If he's in that range, he's going to be a much more consistent force in this lineup for the Pistons. So each of these squads had similar amounts of success in the preseason. Charlotte going 2-3 overall, Pistons going 2-3 overall. You can't really extrapolate too much out of those preseason results. We're going to get a much better idea and a measuring stick game between these two Eastern Conference squads here coming into each of their respective first contests here. But like I said, that home court advantage moving into a new arena and trying to perform for what should be a very excited, passionate crowd that's trying to get the Pistons off on the right foot this year, that can definitely play a big factor. And just in terms of where both of these teams are at, especially with the health of Nick Batum, more as a question mark, that certainly kind of shifts things over to the Pistons side of things. That being a result, we are going to go ahead and take the Detroit Pistons here, giving the 3 points as our NBA pick video play. And again, guys, to get all of our NBA picks, you can check those out over at stumpthespread.com, linked down in the video description, and subscribe to our YouTube channel to continue to get all of our NBA pick video plays. Thanks for stopping on in. We hope to see you guys in future videos. Bye.